my phone, and then when the link is come and tell the number we're going to send that link to. So you're going to send, you get the link from Facebook, and then you send it. Oh, when it has started, the adverts have started, so you put the link here. When it's like, I just said hi so that it can be the first one there. Yeah, so get the link from the Facebook page. Do I know how to do it? Bring.
Others were working, they had good jobs, but they lost it along the way. So they need your support, they need your help. Feel free to visit our center so that we advise on how we can come together and help these individuals.
Sector Spotlight shines another bright light into your homes this season. Sector Spotlight. Sector Spotlight.
By beaming into various sectors that are impactful to our growth as a nation,
From energy,
mining,
transport,
construction,
agriculture,
entertainment,
banking,
and health.
Make it that as we bring you insightful and meaningful conversations.
To spark your attention.
Sector Spotlight shines another bright light into your homes this season. Sector Spotlight. Sector Spotlight.
By beaming into various sectors that are impactful to our growth as a nation,
From energy,
mining,
transport,
construction,
agriculture,
entertainment,
banking,
and health.
Make it that as we bring you insightful and meaningful conversations.
To spark your attention.
Sector Spotlight shines another bright light into your homes this season. Sector Spotlight. Sector Spotlight.
By beaming into various sectors that are impactful to our growth as a nation,
From energy,
mining,
transport,
construction,
agriculture,
entertainment,
banking,
and health.
Make it that as we bring you insightful and meaningful conversations.
To spark your attention.
Sector Spotlight shines another bright light into your homes this season. Sector Spotlight. Sector Spotlight.
By beaming into various sectors that are impactful to our growth as
It's a lovely Monday afternoon, the 1st of December 2025, the first day of the last month of the year. But there are big things that are happening. And it being a Monday, like I always say that mostly Mondays, people are like, oh, Monday blues and whatnot. But that's a day to kickstart your week. So we are starting by discussing or dissecting a landmark announcement from the president. Last week on Wednesday, the president announced the creation of a special driver's desk at State House. So the desk is meant to keep our economy moving, coordinated by the president's advisors and technical committee. There's been, okay. Yeah, so we have in the studio three respected men who understand these things very well to do with the driving sector. They've been in this industry for a very long time. They know the challenges, they know the benefits, they know, what they have had to put up with working in this sector. It is a good sector because, we all know, talking about drivers, we are talking about economy movers. Once they down their tools, then the economy is on standstill. So they want to make a reaction to the president's announcement, which was made last week. So there is, with me, I have Givers Monga, and I also have Billiat Munenga. And I want them to just say where they're coming from, because these unions are very long for you to say them, but I don't want to mispronounce or misquote. So I just want them to speak for themselves, to say what they think, to say how they feel, their experiences and whatnot. Mr. Givers Monga, welcome to the program. In fact, it's welcome back, not welcome to the program, because you've already been. Yeah.
Sure.
The big dog.
Thank you. Good afternoon, viewers, and thanks for having me once again. Like Paulina said, my name is Givers Monga. I'm the president for United Truck Drivers and Allied Workers Union of Zambia.
See the way they say it very easily, but for me, I was going to be biting my tongue. And then next to me, or in the middle, is Billiat Munenga. He's also going to say where he's coming from. Billy, welcome to the program.
Thank you so much, Paulina. Good afternoon, viewers. My name's Mr. Munengo Billiat, coming from Zambia Union of Tanker Drivers and Allied Workers, in short, Zutudu. I'm the national trustee.
Awesome. So our conversation will be lively and we'll be taking your calls. I know that you, our viewers, have got maybe recommendations. You also have got questions. They are well able to answer the questions because they know these things very well, better than all of us do know. So, starting with Mr. Monga, the president has said the desk will be collaborative, due to collaboration, so to say. And there's the advisory team that has been drawn from, anyway, I don't know. But the announcement which was made. And then there's a team that has been instituted. I want your reaction to the announcement and the creation of the driver's desk at State House.
Thank you for according me this opportunity to react to the pronouncement of the president with regard to the creation of the driver's desk at the State House. I just want to thank the president for that initiative. He has really proven to us that he is walking the talk of the things that he promised Pauline, yes, when he was in opposition. And I want to put it on record that last year, on the 11th of April 2024, we went to meet the president. I think it's the first president ever in the history of Zambia who met the drivers and employers under the same roof. And we presented to him our challenges that we face in the driving industry. Transporters also presented to him their challenges. So we had a well-coordinated meeting with the president. So issue of creating the driver's desk from us, the drivers, was one of the issues that we requested the president. So actualizing this, it's really a positive move, and we thank the president for coming up with this driver's desk. Driver's desk is meant now that we'll be talking to the president like we are talking face to face with him. Whether there is an advisory team in place which is going to be working in collaboration with the driver's desk or direct to the president. With us, what we want is that the challenges that drivers undergo reach the president with the intended speed so that he can act upon them. Having said that, I want to highlight that we are a trade union. All of us, we are trade unions. We are regulated or registered under the Ministry of Labour, under Cap 269 of the Laws of Zambia. They are laid down grievance handling procedure in that act. And At the same time, I want to put it on record that there are transporters out there, 90% of transporters, I would say they are anti-union. Only a fraction of transporters are the ones who entertain unionism. And this is where the challenge is. Having said that, it means that majority of drivers do not belong to trade unions. So it's very difficult for us to ensure that we have a full control of all the drivers because majority are not in the union. And this is the reason why you've been hearing in the past strike, things to do with the protest and such. As trade unions, we believe in dialogue, just like our president. Dialogue resolves issues and dialogue brings positive answers. You see, the interaction that we had with him in Ndola has brought up with the creation of the driver's desk. So whoever is on the advisory side, who will be interacting or collaborating with those who sit on the driver's desk at the State House, our cry is that let the message that will be given to them reach the president in its original form as it will be coming from the people who will be sitting on the driver's desk. So for us, it's a positive move the president has taken, and we really appreciate him. We thank you, Mr. President. Thank you.
That's awesome. You know, talking of, your reaction, I feel that your reaction has come at the right time, where it's less than a week. And if you have recommendations, I think since this is just in its initial stage, this is like the time to bring out the recommendations that you do have and like the information that you have brought out, especially the 90% of employers being anti-unions. I think that's something that needs to come to the attention of the president. And we may take it for granted that he knows about that. So we'll get back to you. Mr. Munengo, how do you feel about the creation of the desk at State House?
Honestly speaking, as my president has stated here, since the born of independence from where we got the independence from 1960, this is the first time we're seeing the head of state to bring the drivers near to him so that he can hear direct the grievances what they are passing through, drivers. And I can assure you, we have received this message with the high feelings. We really appreciate the president. We know some of the people, they want to criticize these things. For us now, it's a welcome move, whereby we've been waiting for it. As my president has stated here, we had a meeting with the president on the 11th April, that was 2024, of which this thing, it has been being waited by us leaders from the different organizations or unions. This is a welcome move. We just emphasize that so long these things is taken to the light-handed people who are on the ground, believe you me, we have been in this industry for more than 20 years. I know what effects the drivers are taking. I know what is getting injured in our drivers or employees. Sure. Secondly, the main challenge which we have in the driving fraternity or in the driving sector is that most of the companies, they're anti-unions. They want to impose the drivers to belong for the union which the company they are favoring. So we want a quick intervention from our president so that we can come together, we speak one language, we work together. As a union, we are not enemies to the company, neither we are enemies to the drivers. We are there to bring the drivers and the management together. Now, it's an unfortunate part whereby we do take in as enemies from the transporters or may I say employees. Yes.
Okay. And Mr. Monga, talking of 3/4 of the employers, not favoring that their employees should belong to unions. Why do you think it's like that? What is the biggest problem? Are you being very hostile towards them, or is there something that should be known? Because, why would they refuse? Because I don't think that's a bad thing.
What transporters are missing is that we are also stakeholders. And as stakeholders, our interest is to see to it the economy of this country grow. How does it grow? Drivers are the movers or the drivers of the economy. Once the wheels of those big vehicles stands, the economy comes to a standstill. So transporters perceive trade unions as being militant without engaging them first. Those who have engaged unions will attest that dealing with organized employees is really a beauty thing. It's a beautiful thing. No employee shall go on protest or on any illegal strike without the blessing of the union. Like I earlier alluded to say in the Labour Act, Cap 269 of the laws of Zambia, Section 76 up to Section 80. The law outlines properly the grievance handling procedure. If you fail to agree, you write to the company with the intention of wanting to declare a dispute. Thereafter, you declare a dispute, you engage the conciliator. During conciliation, we believe and trust that something positive will come out which will be beneficial to both parties. If nothing beneficial comes out, it's a failed conciliation. The matter will be escalated either to the court or to the strike ballot. But the truth of the matter is that from collective bargaining, before you reach to the strike ballot, something will be attained positive which will be beneficial to both the employee and the employer. So the thing the employers are scared of, I think they think that we are militant, we are very hostile, and yet we are not. We are regulated by the good laws of Zambia, the labor laws. No one will act on emotions or just starting acting without following the laid down procedures of the law. So what I would recommend is that let the employers organization educate the employers, their members, because most of them are registered with the employers organization. Let them be educated, the importance of recognizing unions and the importance of dealing with the organized employees. It's beneficial to both the company and the country as at large, because issues of strikes will not be there. We will always benefit you from what we call meaningful collective bargaining and the dialogue, because dialogue is always the answer.
Yeah. Mr. Munengo, I think you have a story to share. I think you have a story to share. Yeah, regarding the employer-employee. Yeah.
The common situation which we are passing on as employers, we are being intimidated. Employees were being intimidated by the same owners of the company. The main reason that they are fearing to go in the process of bargaining, as my elder brother stated here. I can give you one example. Like last week, we had the record of our fellow BV or tanker drivers who were caught by feeding some foreigners from other point to other point.
That story went viral.
Yes. And I can assure you, I can testify here to say, we are called at midnight as a union representative to say, do you know these members? This is where it comes now. We're saying, as a union, we have got a database whereby all our members, we know them, where they're coming from, where how they behave, or may I say the behavior of any driver which we have as a member to us. So we are there to recommend, not to give to employ the drivers, no. But we are sitting on a different situation, whereby when employing, the employers they employing on their own. When they find a big problem with that driver which they employed, I can say mchiwe maturando kubanga kwa ingire nsuka bamita tisemwimbe ngakulimbewa baimbabeka baikate bayamkuli. You see what I mean? When a driver is behaving well, they will never contact you. But when a driver misbehaves, that's when they come to you, regarding that the union is inciting some drivers to misbehave. I'm here to certify that unionism, we don't even tolerate, we don't even accept misbehaving at workplaces, because this is where we get our bread and butter baked to our homes and the children to feed on them. So Those are the many points where we're finding challenges to come together with employers and employees together so that we can speak one language. Once we start speaking one language, all those incidents of selling the full load of tanker, misbehaving like getting the passenger with the tanker will come to an end. I'm sure we'll be communicating as stakeholders.
So now there, before you lose your thought, how do you think that the driver's desk is going to help?
For me, may I say for us as a union, we think and we're fully convinced to say, once the president or the desk for the drivers is going direct to the leaders, or may I say to the registered entities or organization, which is unions and the association. Therefore, they are going to be dealing with the right people who know the proper grievances for the drivers. Because me, if you ask me any question concerning drivers, concerning driving industry, I'm going to answer it without giving you a homework.
So do you think that the employers are going to now give it more respect? They'll fear more once there's a desk at State House? Maybe Minister Onga, please do chip in.
Thank you. I always refer to the law. I say the labor law in Zambia is a very good law. It provides for how to go about a grievance handling procedure. So the issue of creation of a driver's desk at the State House does not mean that the president is there to inflict fear into the employers. No. The president is interested in knowing the troubles that the drivers are going through direct from the driver's desk to him through his advisory team. And he comes up with the solutions. Because the people who will be sitting there will be leaders. Will be leaders of trade unions, leaders of associations.
You're assuming.
We are just assuming. We are assuming that.
Sorry, messages keep coming in, but you are assuming.
We are assuming.
Yeah.
Yes.
But then they've been like whispers to say, maybe. Or some people are even confident, sorry about that most of them, it's possible that the people who comprise of this desk are those that have not even maybe had experience. So you have this information, and then now what if it is someone who has no information whatsoever placed in that position? How are these things still going to be addressed?
Thank you very much. I think last Friday we had the privilege to meet some party officials. They invited us to their secretariat. And we were assured to say the composition of this driver's desk is not yet on. They are yet to come with it. And we highlighted the importance of putting on that desk people who are so adept with the driver's issues. People who met the president, people who came up with the idea of bringing in this driver's desk. I think they know better, and we know the reason why we cried for what? A driver's desk. So bringing in someone who does not know the reason why we need this driver's desk, he's just going to spoil the pudding. We are the people who've got the menu, who know the reason why we need this driver's desk, and the president is going to be advised accordingly as to what is to be done. So let the right people be put there, the people who understand why we need this driver's desk.
Okay, so you already made those submissions or those recommendations.
We haven't yet made the recommendations of who is to be there.
Okay.
We are yet to be consulted according to what we were told on Friday. They'll come back to us and consult us.
And if you're not consulted?
Then if we are not consulted, that would be very unfortunate. All that we praise that whoever is going to be there does best for the drivers.
Okay, all right. Okay, now, when I like the fact that you have been assured that you're going to be consulted, and then you're going to make your submissions. And then we're talking about, do you think that the employers will give it more respect? Because I think there've been situations, they've been all over even social media, where the maybe the labor ministry has done some inspections and they're disrespected, so to their faces, and they have nothing to say or nothing to do. Because I think these laws have been in existence from time immemorial, but they have not been implemented. So, Mr. Mnengo, do you think that they will be implemented now?
I think you are going to give them the benefit of that. For me, I'm very sure that it is going to be implemented. That's why I'm saying so. It's going direct to the head of the state.
Okay.
Yes, the message will go direct instead of having the blockers in between, but we are going to be presenting our grievances direct to the State House, which means we're assured that something good will come out.
And, I took time to read the comments on the president's page. And some people were saying this is just one of those political pronouncements and whatnot. So what do you think? Is it just one of those political pronouncements? Do you think that it will come to fruition? Do you have that confidence?
We have that confidence.
Okay, what makes you have that confidence?
Because we met with the president and it's one of our requests that we gave the president on our request document that we submitted in dollar. And he has delivered. And it's not the only thing. Mm-hmm. There are others which were already given. Okay. So it's one of the positive things that we have achieved. Mm-hmm. And I don't think that it is just a political talk, just to appease people without it coming to fruition. So it has to be fulfilled according to what the president has said. The president has commanded. Not commanded, but has directed. And the presidential directive needs to be followed with strict adherence. You see, for real, some companies, there is no compliance. Minister of Labor goes, they are not respected.
They are not respected.
The minister is not respected. And this time around, it will be coming from the president. He will send his team to go and do whatever. It's not that the Minister of Labor is rendered useless. The Minister of Labor remains fully functional. This is just to see to it that drivers are respected in the manner the president wants them to be respected. Those employers who are so adamant on not respecting the Ministry of Labor officials will now be exposed, because the directive will be coming from where? From the highest office of the land.
Mr. Mnengo, in terms of transparency in the selection or the putting together of the team, what would you say that if they do this, then that is going to be transparent in the choosing of the people? What would you say? Some drivers and then voti or what? How can you say when the president does this, or when the committee is formed in such and such a way, we are going to be satisfied, and then we are going to feel that yes, this is transparent?
I think thank you so much for that question. I think for me, Madam Paulina, I'm very convinced to say the president is going to bring that directive to the associations and unions. Okay. And these unions, we have got the leadership, which is the executive, comprising of 10 members each. So I think we are going to be given a chance to choose for ourselves as executive. If we are going to
don't think. What would you want to see done?
Okay. That's what we want to see, because we believe to say we are the ones in charge. We are in charge of drivers at the moment. The registered association, the registered unions, we are the one who look into the affairs of the drivers. Why I'm saying so, because to the open tracks, if we want to find out something accurate from the open tracks, you go direct to Mr. Give us Among and the team. If you want to find out from something from tankers, we are there, including my all 10 executive members. To the buses, we have got the leadership. So I don't think otherwise they can go away from it, because we have already even submitted the setting certificates of our own organization. And then coming to the other question which relates to my president here, to say, don't you think people, they are going to regard this as a political issue? Let me be honest with you. In each game, it has got its own rules. Let me give you an example of a football team, where is comprising with 90 minutes. A goal which can be scored after 90 minutes is considered as a goal. So for those who are saying where have they been? No, it's matter of
at 1 year later, meeting last year.
It's the matter of go 5 seconds in addition is called a goal. You can lift a cup. So we're waiting for the president and we're sure that we are going to lift that cup that day. Thank you.
Okay, and maybe before we just go on the break, because we are bringing in Mr. Nkana.
Yes.
Yeah. Another big dog, Another big dog. You know, from the experiences that you have had, you know, the challenges that you have had, I really want you to say like something to your fellow tanker drivers. You know, I don't know if it's an assurance or... And for them, especially those that shun to also join the union, what predicament that is, and why you think they should join, then how you should encourage them to join, because mostly I've heard that it's fear of losing their jobs. So what is it that you would like to say to them as a union leader?
Thank you so much, Madam Pauline. First and foremost, let me tell you one thing. We have got both fear from the drivers and the companies we are managing the companies. We are left vulnerable as a union. You see, here's the situation. A driver is working. You approach him to say, my brother, come and join this union. He will never accept it. Not until you come across with a problem. That's when he started looking at the numbers. Now, what is the number for the JS? What is the number for the National Trust? Instead of prevent that thing before you face it. We are facing a lot of challenges. We are in a flooding point, condition of services. Few drivers are getting the salaries. Some of them are just getting their salaries on the Airtel Money system. Instead of coming on the board to say, this company is doing this and this to us, so that as executive you go and encounter that problem. They wait until they face the problem. That's when they start looking for the union. You know, the constitution says somebody who is working and is remitting a 2% that someone who can be stood by the union. Now they're waiting until they're being chased from the working place. That's when they come and join the union. Once our drivers or our members, they take it into consideration to say, first thing, if you get employment, look for the union. You start remitting a 2%, which means we're engaging a lawyer in advance. Whatever comes across, those lawyers will come and stand on behalf of you. Instead of you going and look for a lawyer, while you already have a case to answer. It doesn't make any sense.
Maybe they're afraid of the 2%.
No, a 2% is less than 50 kwacha, 80 kwacha. They can do that. They are just afraid of being intimidated from where they are working. I can assure you to say, once today they find out that Pauline is under union, you become a threat on the company. They don't look at the record, they just focus on you just because you are frustrating, you are being contributing to the union, which is very unfortunate nowadays.
Very, very unfortunate. And you know, it just speaks a lot about how the employees are not protected. But then we'll talk some more. We are going to take a break, and maybe you were just joining us, so you're watching Sector Spotlight here on CBC Television, and on the other side we have another trade union leader who's going to also give us the experience, and let's wait to hear some more. We'll take a break.
Sector Spotlight shines another bright light into your homes this season. Sector Spotlight. Sector Spotlight.
By beaming into various sectors that are impactful to our growth as a nation,
From energy,
mining,
transport,
construction,
agriculture,
entertainment,
banking,
and health.
make it that as we bring you insightful and meaningful conversations.
To spark your attention.
Sector Spotlight shines another bright light into your homes this season. Sector Spotlight. Sector Spotlight.
by beaming into various sectors that are impactful to our growth as a nation,
From energy,
mining,
transport,
construction,
agriculture,
entertainment,
banking.
and health.
Make it that as we bring you insightful and meaningful conversations.
To spark your attention.
Sector Spotlight shines another bright light into your homes this season. Sector Spotlight. Sector Spotlight.
By beaming into various sectors that are impactful to our growth as a nation,
From energy,
mining,
transport,
construction,
agriculture,
entertainment,
banking.
and health.
Make it that as we bring you insightful and meaningful conversations.
To spark your attention.
Sector Spotlight shines another bright light into your homes this season. Sector Spotlight. Sector Spotlight.
By beaming into various sectors that are impactful to our growth as a nation,
From energy,
mining,
transport,
construction,
agriculture,
entertainment,
banking.
and health.
Make it that as we bring you insightful and meaningful conversations.
To spark your attention.
Sector Spotlight shines another bright light.
Autobest Engineering is a fully registered company that has services such as towing service. We have a saloon. We repair cars. We have a car wash.
Barbershop is a top-notch.
And many more.
Autobest Engineering is the company which you can rely on. We touch any car. We are just at the corner of Pemba Road and Mosotunya Road. You know what? We deliver the best. Yes, we are growing very fast. It's a top-notch company ever in Zambia. When you come, wherever you are, whether you are in America, you come to visit Zambia, please just go to Google Map, type Autobest Engineering Group. It will take you where we are. Autobest is a one-stop shop.
Come to Autobest Engineering where the best is done. If you want to know where we're located along Mosotunya Road, just right at the corner of Pemba Road, Chilende South. If you want to contact us, you can call us on 0977 18 12 73.
Autobest Engineering, doing what we know best.
Sector Spotlight shines another bright light into your homes this season. Sector Spotlight. Sector Spotlight.
By beaming into various sectors that are impactful to our growth as a nation,
From energy,
mining,
transport,
construction,
agriculture,
And thank you for staying tuned. You are watching Sector Spotlight. In case you're just joining us, you are watching Sector Spotlight on CBC television, and we have been dissecting the topic, the driver's desk at State House. Last week on Wednesday, the president announced on his page about the formation or the creation of the driver's desk at State House so that there can be information getting to the president. I think I know that's why, and for a very long period of time, drivers have been having lots of challenges. And according to them, he is the first president to have ever met the drivers and the employers. So they are happy. At least the two people that I've spoken to, Mr. Givers Monga is happy, Mr. Bilet Munengo is happy. And now we are joined by Mr. Nkana. He is the president for the coaches. Just know that it's the coaches. The UBZ, the Marco Polo. Yeah, he is the president. So welcome to the president. Can you imagine? Welcome to the program, sir.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Good afternoon to you, madam. Good afternoon, listeners.
Mm-hmm. So, how do you feel about the creation of the desk?
Yeah, we are so happy. And as the long distance coach drivers union, on my own behalf, on behalf of our members, we are just offering our deepest gratitude to the Republican President of Zambia, Mr. Hakainde Hichilema. Since the collapse of UBZ, we who are in this sector, transporting passenger flow and on daily basis, we were entirely left in the hands of the private. And yes, a lot has been going on in our sector. So we feel that by this pronouncement, of course, it is going to be actualized. It is going to add value and bring sanity in our sector.
Okay, so, you know, there have been concerns already. Like, you know, political appointments, the people who are manning those offices, it's all about pleasing the president so that they can maintain their offices. And yet, in the actual sense, on the ground, things are not good for the people, the beneficiaries, so to say. What do you make of that?
Thank you. Yeah, there could be some sort of critics, and also others think that it is a talk show as usual. However, to us, the concerned drivers, we believe that the highest office is of the president. We are registered by the Ministry of Labor, who appoints the Minister of Labor, is the president, who appoints the permanent secretary, who appoints the labor commissioner, who registered unions, is the president. Now, it is like that he is the father to all. Then as the parents, you say, oh, can I have muzukuru nikae pafupi? I'm sure there's no issue to bring in about politics, because we contribute to the nation on daily basis, and the president realized that these people are important because they contribute to the economy on day-to-day basis. The reason why, like my previous friend has alluded to, that last year the president called the transport players to hear the challenges they are facing, one-on-one in a room like this one. So this thing that today the president has actually wanted to bring on board or to be actualized, he started mentioning this and emphasized on this way back while he was in opposition. So even when we met in Ndola, there was submission from us, the transport players, that actually we are looking forward to have a desk at the State House, because we made that presentation to say we have seen previously vendors' desk at the State House, and yet, yes, drivers, we are economy movers. Imagine we just recently had our quadrennial conference where every member of that organization or sector is free to exercise the right to vote the leadership of the choice. But we cannot be allowed to park the buses for that program. Meaning, we are important, and our work are equal to essential workers. So being appreciated and honored by the president is something that we appreciate, besides the critics of it's a political pronunciation, because everything under the sun is run by the political power.
Mr. Mwanga, he's saying, you know, every office is appointed by the president. And we're just talking about the labor ministry, which has been disrespected with impunity by some employers. So, you know, given the concerns of the people that this is just like more like a political appointment, and people are going to just want to please the president, and meanwhile things are not moving, how would you encourage that it should be run? You know, you're being a guru in this industry, so that things begin to move as soon as the office or the desk is like fully functional, and then things are seen to move.
Thank you. Like my brother said here, Mr. Nkana, It is not a political appointment that makes things move. We work with the government of the day, and ours is to ensure that laws are followed to the letter. Ministry of Labour has been disrespected, yes, but not by everyone, by some few individuals who feel they are untouchable. I think the best the Ministry of Labour should do, like I said last time when we featured here, is that those administrative penalties, if they can be revised, slap with them with the higher penalties, even it registering some of these companies, because they are sending a very bad precedence. What we need in the industry is sanity. Employees and employers, there must be always a mutual understanding and agreement. Once there is mutual understanding and agreement, the economy will grow. It sends a very bad signal out there. Someone disrespecting the labor ministry, the minister, the commissioner. I think such people should be punished to the highest punishment, whichever is there. If it is the registering those companies, let them be deregistered, so that it sends a very strong signal out there. Ministers, labor commissioner, permanent secretaries, they are not working on their own. Disrespecting these offices, you are disrespecting the president himself. So even this driver's desk needs to work hand in hand with the Ministry of Labour, with the permanent secretary, the minister, everyone, all players in the transport sector need to work hand in hand with this driver's desk. This driver's desk will be getting information from the drivers, the happenings on the ground, and take them straight to the highest office of the land, and the highest office worked upon it swiftly.
Awesome. So, Ms. Sankana, do you have challenges like the open truck drivers and the tanker drivers, and like, the younger drivers and the smaller, bus drivers? Is it the same, or for you it's better? Because I think the ones that are on record, as in trying to cry, to push for the better conditions of service for the for the employees, mostly they are the tanker drivers, the open truck drivers. Or is it smooth? So it's solidarity to...
No, actually, passenger transportation, they are also facing the worst.
Okay.
There are real challenges out there, including discrimination. Is there. When we are on a campaign calling for solidarity together for better passenger transportation. This is the sector that moves about 30,000 citizens on daily basis. Our sector.
30,000?
On daily basis across the country.
I thought you were going to say 1 month.
A day.
Wow.
Just a day. And if you multiply that in a year, we count ourselves somewhere. So then drivers has not been considered as someone who is important. We have realized that we are only important when it comes to the matters when we hear that, drivers tomorrow they don't want to drive the buses. But no one takes interest to know at which conditions these drivers operate this machine. So that's why we say, to us in a passenger transportation sector, it was a welcome move. Of course, we have got no agenda to fight our employers, but we want to make it a possible way that we come on the round table with them and point out to the issues that affect the passenger transportation. All of us, as the citizens, we have a direct connection to that sector. Our children are going to school. our families are in 30 buses, and we use the same buses for shopping and other mobility services across the country. Vulnerable people, it's a mode of transport for them. So our core is to see to it that it's given the desired attention, to see to it that drivers are not fatigued, drivers are not driving with stress, drivers are also given the preferences to go on leave. Is the sector whereby 80% of the drivers have never tasted a leave. When you start work today, you'll be working your
From
leave
1 January to 31st December.
from 1 January. If you are working 15 years, for 15 years you'll be on road except when you are sick. So the problem and challenges are there.
They're there.
That we are being overlooked. You know, we even have a serious concern as a driver, which has also angered the passenger drivers for quite a long time. When the bus crash, everyone goes straight to condemn that driver. These drivers are killing people. These drivers will finish people. Government rise and do something about this driver. When you go down to get the fact findings, why? You will discover that the driver has actually been on road for 2 years without off. So how do you judge such a person? So we have a lot of issues that we believe by this desk we will come to. It's a life-saving, in fact.
Yeah, Mr. Monga, as we conclude, in your concluding remarks, do you still want dialogue? Because the last time you were here, you were on record that you want to meet the president and voice out, you know. So now that he made this announcement, do you still want to see him? Or that's okay now? The camera is yours.
Thank you. I think with the creation of our driver's desk is part of the answer.
Okay.
And we hope and trust that, or my prayer is that as soon as it kicks, then we meet the president and air to him quite a lot of things. Drivers pass through a lot of things, like my brother said. For example, I'll give you an example, a fatal accident. A lot of fatalities have happened in the past. The vehicle and the cargo that is loaded on that truck is insured. But here is a poor driver who is not insured. So these are the things that we want to bring to the attention of the president, that even drivers themselves need to be insured. Need to be insured. So some insurance policies that are going to favor drivers and their families must come in. And I know the president is going to act upon them. So
but is it the president or it's the union, the employers?
We've been advocating for this. I think it's one of the things that we wrote to the president. My brother is here to attest to that.
Okay.
Yes. We, as unions, during collective bargainings, those who are represented by unions, there is that aspect of a driver being covered. Peradventure, he falls into a predicament anywhere, whether locally or in a foreign land. But there are those who are vulnerable, who are not governed by the collective agreement. So it's their entitlement, constitutional entitlement, that they also need to be covered by these insurance companies. So we want the president to know that his friends who are the vulnerable ones, they are not covered under an insurance company. So he's going to advise on how to go about it.
Thanks.
So we still need to meet the president.
Thanks for bringing that to the attention of the public. Ms. Sankana, are there some things like, I personally didn't know that there's no insurance for a driver who drives, long distance. The cargo is insured, but a person. That is strange. Is there something that you think that the public needs to know? And your word also to the president, I know this will get to him. Yeah. And to the people out there. Your camera is there.
Thank you. Actually, it's the same. issues with what he has just alluded. Passenger drivers, you've seen that bus is 60 passengers.
Yes.
In that 60 passenger bus, all the passengers 60 are insured, including their goods are insured. Only the driver out of the all is not included on that insurance.
And how do you work like that?
That's why you have seen celebration from drivers about the driver's desk. That issue of insurance drivers was submitted even last year on 11th April in Dola, in the presence of the president and other ministers, that this is how we are suffering. Other companies, when the driver is affected, like in accident, or you fall sick away, you are not covered. They only send other driver to collect the bus and the goods, or the truck, and then you remain there with only maybe your family members to look after you. If you are a breadwinner in your family, meaning it's a problem. At one time we had a similar case in South Africa, where one lady was working for a similar company, I will not mention it, as a truck driver. She was involved in accident in South Africa. It took the Minister of Transport, Honorable Frank Tayari, to intervene directly while in South Africa for that company to take the responsibility of the medical bills and transfer that a colleague who was involved in accident come here in Zambia.
So do you still need to meet the president as well?
No, they are a lot. Yeah, the president, he is our parent. You can meet your parents as long as it is
convenient.
viable.
Yeah. No. Thank you so much, gentlemen. Thank you for coming. Thank you for bringing out these deep issues. And I'm very, very confident that they will get to the president. So thank you so much for coming. Hoping to host you again, because I know that there are so many things that still need to be brought out. And I think it will catalyze even the implementation of the desk, because I know these things, they need to be handled as soon as possible.